Hey everybody, it's Keagan here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and it's time for another movie review video once again. And today we're going to be talking about one movie this time, and it's one that I saw in theaters over the weekend. And much like my last review, it wasn't a brand new movie that I saw in theaters, it was an old movie from 2014. And this is a film that's been on my watch list for quite some time. And when I found that the Metro Cinema was going to be doing a screening of it, I knew I had to go see it. And on Saturday, I saw the film and I really enjoyed it. And I'm glad to have finally crossed it off my watch list. I didn't even say what the movie is yet, but the film in question is the 2014 French Canadian film Mommy. This film was written and directed by Xavier Dolan, and it was originally released on October 8th, 2014. Now, as I mentioned before, it's a film it's been on my watch list for quite a while, and I hear nothing but great things about it. And I can totally agree. This all the praise the film has gotten is very well deserved. And as always, we'll quickly go through the story of the film and not without any spoilers, and then we'll get into my thoughts on it. So let's just take a dive into it. In this film, it follows a single mother named Diane who is struggling to raise her 15-year-old son named Steve, who was recently kicked out of an institution after setting fire at the cafeteria, leaving one other boy at the institution critically injured and with permanent scars because of the fire. And Steve is 15. He's got ADHD and he has a lot of problems. Specifically, he has a lot of violent outbursts and he does some bad stuff. And overall, he's a big troublemaker. And he's has one step away from going to juvenile detention, I believe is what it was called. So Diane has no choice but to take Steve into her care after Steve gets kicked out of the institution. And she's struggling to raise Steve because Steve has like some bad attitude and has prone to violent outbursts and gets into some physical altercations in a few parts in the film. And then one day, a neighbor from across the street named Kyla, who is a high school teacher, comes in one day during one of Steve's outbursts and helps Steve when he accidentally injures his leg from a fight. And then Kyla might be one of the things that can help Steve become a better person. And Diane believes that with Kyla's help, Steve might be able to improve himself and be a much better person. And without giving away too much of the story, that's basically what the story of the film is about in a nutshell. I really enjoyed this film. I can totally get behind the hype train for this one, and I can definitely agree that it's one of the best Canadian films of all time. And not gonna lie, it took me some time to get used to this movie because I really didn't like the son Steve very much during the first act of the film because of his like behavior. I'm like, oh my god, just come on, woman, you gotta discipline your child. But yeah, it took me some time to get used to the character. But as the film progressed, the character really started to grow on me, and you start to feel for him, despite his bad behavior and his violent temper. And there was a part where he nearly hits his mother. It's just like Jesus Christ. But as the film progresses, you see Steve improve his behavior and trying his best, trying to be a much better person. And I really like the aspect ratio for the film. Like 95% of the movie is in a one by, I believe it's 1:3 ratio. I think like the screen is like a big square for most of the movie, and then there are a few scenes where the screen just opens wider and it's like widescreen, like 16:9, I think. But most of the movie's 1:1 for 95% of the film. But I find it unique how the aspect ratio changes in some parts of the film. I thought that was pretty unique. And I thought the film had some really good performances. Like I think all the performance in this film were absolutely flawless. Like it's some of the best acting I've seen in a movie in a while. Like God damn, like the performances in this movie are so good. And I thought it was a really well directed film. It was well written, and the characters were really well written. I can sort of relate to Steve because I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was younger, before I was later diagnosed with mild autism, like when I was 17. But I'm not a violent person like Steve. No, 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 no. I would never hit anybody. I wouldn't even dare hit my parents. Like, hell no. No siree. But I can find I do find Steve somewhat relatable in this movie, but I would never act out in a way that he does throughout the film. And a big props to the actor who played Steve. He did a really good job, if I hadn't said that already. I forgot the name of the actor who played Steve, but he did a really good job. And the actress who played the mother did a fantastic performance. And I believe the actress in the film, the lead actress, won an award for her performance. I can't remember. I think it was at Cannes, I believe. I don't remember. But I do believe the lead actress did win an award for her performance. If so, she definitely deserved it. And I do want to check out some more of Xavier Dolan's other films in the future. The only other film from Xavier Dolan that I've heard of at the time of me recording this video was Tom at the Farm from 2013. I haven't seen that one, but I hear that one's good. But all in all, I can definitely get behind the hype train for this movie. It's definitely one of the best Canadian films of all time. Really good performances. It's well written, and it was overall a really well shot and very well made film. The only thing I didn't like about the movie was the abrupt ending. Like, I just hated how it just abruptly ends. I know it's not the first time I brought this up in some of my previous reviews, but like I just wasn't a fan of how the movie just abruptly ends right there. Just like, what? That's it? But overall, I thought this film was fantastic and definitely one of the best Canadian films of all time. If you haven't seen Mommy, I definitely recommend it. It's a really great film, and it's one I might check out again someday in the future. It's sad, it's amazing, and all in all, I really liked it, and I highly recommend it. Anyways, I'm giving Mommy a 8.9 out of 10. Alright, everybody, that's going to be it for this video. So thanks so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment below, and subscribe. And if you've seen this movie, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section below. And more videos will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for more. Anyways, in the meantime, thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you all later. And yeah, have a good one, everybody. Peace. Bye-bye.